Miles the Monster is not the forgiving type. You might be able to spin once and get away with it, but not twice.
Imagine a race weekend where the spotlight isn't on who won, but on what's tearing the sport apart from the inside. Dover Motor Speedway became the stage for a series of shocking revelations, from high-tech gear-stirring controversy to drivers warning each other over radios like pilots mid-flight. By the time the dust settled, NASCAR was battling bad optics on all fronts. This is the explosive story nobody saw coming. Right out of the gate, Kyle Busch dropped a bombshell at Dover that immediately ignited debate. He declared that NASCAR drivers should not be allowed to use both a spotter and a rearview camera. In his words, if you run the mirror camera, you don't get a spotter. If you want a spotter, then you don't get the mirror. Busch made it clear he preferred a spotter over the rear-facing camera, believing human judgment and strategic reading of the field outweigh any technological edge. The controversy sparked further when Dale Earnhardt Jr. added his voice to the conversation, agreeing that the rear-view cameras should be removed. According to them, the tech is enabling aggressive aero blocking and creating an uneven playing field. These rear-facing cameras, part of the next-gen car evolution, were meant to modernize the sport. Instead, they've divided it. While some drivers embrace the technology, others see it as undermining the instinctive feel and strategic value of racing. NASCAR intended these changes to future-proof the sport, but Dover proved they may be alienating veterans and reshaping driver behavior in ways fans aren't entirely comfortable with. Even crew chiefs and former drivers have begun questioning whether this tech fits with the heart of stock car racing. It's not just about having an extra set of eyes, it's about how those eyes change the very way battles are fought on track. As the camera controversy flared, a separate drama played out on track. Ross Chastain and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. clashed late in Stage 2, trading paint heading into Turn 1. As both cars slowed under caution, Stenhouse pulled up beside Chastain in a silent show of defiance. Chastain's spotter Brandon McReynolds didn't mince words over the radio. "Don't fuck with him, he's already 2 laps down." The warning wasn't just a strategic call, it was a battlefield command, showing how emotionally charged and physically grueling the race had become. But Chastain's problems didn't end there. Just 14 laps from the finish, he lost control exiting Turn 1 and crashed hard into the outside wall. His number 1 Chevrolet was heavily damaged and had to be towed away. Another disappointing result for a driver who had already tangled with teammate Daniel Suarez just a week earlier at Sonoma. That incident also ended in drama, with Chastain taking full responsibility for misjudging his braking. He even approached Suarez and his crew chief to apologize, calling it the last thing he ever wanted to do. Still, the pressure to perform and the internal tensions at Trackhouse Racing are beginning to show. Meanwhile, Denny Hamlin entered Dover carrying his own burden. NASCAR had just revoked the charter for his 23XY Racing team, co-owned with NBA legend Michael Jordan. On track, Hamlin initially pushed past the distractions, but his frustrations boiled over when he got stuck behind Ty Dillon's car during a green flag pit cycle. Hamlin exploded over the radio. "I'm just burning my Saint up with this effing idiot." He accused Dillon of cutting him off and being unnecessarily aggressive. During the subsequent rain delay, Hamlin didn't hold back, describing Dillon as battling for 24th place with no big picture in mind. The clash wasn't just about Dover. It's the latest chapter in a long-running tension between the two drivers. Earlier in the season, Dillon unexpectedly eliminated Hamlin from the in-season tournament at Atlanta. Dillon even flipped Hamlin's infamous taunt back at him, saying, "To all you Denny fans out there, I just knocked your favorite driver out." That moment added another layer to the brewing rivalry. Despite all this chaos, Hamlin stayed composed when it counted most. He went head-to-head with Chase Briscoe during the final laps, ultimately pulling ahead for his 4th victory of the season. The win was particularly sweet, as Dover had once been one of Hamlin's worst tracks. Now, he credits his success there to studying legends like Jimmy Johnson and Martin Truex Jr. "I changed my style," he admitted. Studying Jimmy early, Martin later, it made all the difference. But victory didn't erase the dysfunction on display. Between the camera debate, spotter power plays, public radio feuds, and wrecks between teammates, Dover revealed a culture under stress. NASCAR is at a crossroads. The balance between innovation and tradition is becoming harder to manage. Fans are split between those who crave high-tech evolution and those who want to preserve the gritty, instinctive edge of racing. NASCAR hoped the next-gen car would deliver parity and modernization. Instead, it has spotlighted divides in philosophy. Rearview cameras, once praised as a safety innovation, now symbolize the sport's identity crisis. Ross Chastain's clashes, Kyle Busch's outspoken stance, and Denny Hamlin's radio tirades all point to deeper issues that can't be fixed with a rules tweak. As the regular season heads into its final stretch, drivers are fighting not just for wins and points, but for control over the soul of the sport. Whether NASCAR leans into tech or reins it in, Dover 2025 made one thing clear: the tension isn't going away anytime soon. What fans witnessed wasn't just a series of on-track incidents, but a reflection of the bigger battles brewing behind the scenes. Everyone involved, from drivers to teams to officials, is drawing lines in the sand. From the rearview camera debate to fiery radio exchanges and emotional wrecks, this race was about much more than the checkered flag. It was a glimpse into the shifting landscape of NASCAR, and a reminder that behind every helmet is a driver battling for more than just track position. They're fighting for respect, legacy, and sometimes just to be heard. The question now is, who will NASCAR listen to next?